Get all the local sports stories you care about, not just from the air, but on the ground. Covering sports all over the bi-state. 5 on Your Sideline, sponsored by Universal Windows Direct.
Let's go, Kirkwood on 3! 1, 2, 3, let's go, Kirkwood!
Welcome into 5 on Your Sideline. I am Annie Kroll, and we have a jam-packed basketball night for you. Michaela, this is going to be a good one.
'Tis the season, and Annie, go ahead and kick us off.
All right, I certainly will, but we have to talk about the ladies because Triad and Civic Memorial had an incredible game. Probably our best game of the night, arguably. Civic Memorial hosting Triad, who've already won 7 games and only lost 1 so far this season. Avery Huddleston drives and kicks it in right away. Then it's going to be that quick pass to Gracie Miller. CM crowd loves it, but Triad wanted some of the action. Addie Jones gets her 1-tip pass back and drops it down. Erica Boyce for 2 in the foul. Then it's CM's turn once again. Marley Ogden is going to slide across the top of the key. Watch this one. Fires it up, needs the 3. Thank you very much. That's going to be good. Jones passes it back to Savannah Hildebrand coming up right here, and that adds to the 3 fest. The Bethalto Superstars remain undefeated now, 10-0. Final score, Triad 40, Civic Memorial 48.
And a packed house over at Webster Groves Classic tonight. Webster versus Lee Summit senior Brady Schupel. Space, and he takes advantage of it. He gets the first points, but guess what? Leanna Vailpelt said, watch me work, my guy. You got to give me my space there in the paint. Tigers in transition. Jalen Lockhart goes airbound for the slamming. Quick inbounds play by the Tigers for Cameron Yowes, who knocks the 3 down from behind the arc. Now, I think I brought luck to this corner tonight, y'all, because they were raining from this right here. Quincy Williams with the dagger. Lee Summit wins 60, Webster Groves 58.
They're going to that championship game. Big deal, Michaela. Edwardsville, Herbert Martin is going to be the first one who drives the lane right here. Check this out. Little spin move. That's going to pretty much work, and that makes the 2-point jump shot. Then it's going to be the Lancers' turn. Jalen Coleman on the fadeaway gets it in. That drops, and he gets the foul. He will certainly take it. And then this one right here, it's Ja'Cory Brown getting the rebound, and then, oh yes, he gets the shot and the foul. Cuts the lead to 6. Next up for the Tigers, it's a behind the back pass. Ooh, a classic from Bryce Pryor to Micah Butler for the 3. That's the final score. Edwardsville ends up with the win, 58, Belleville East 48.
East St. Louis battling Collinsville over in Illinois tonight. Jordan Ayers-Burr is battling Collinsville with Solomon Talbot underneath. Alex Johnson picks up this loose ball. Oh, wait, hold on. Inbounds to Donovan Cates and sets up a jumper inside the key. An absolute fighter. Alex Johnson battling Talbot once again. Ayers-Burris slams one down, but Reynolds back at it, and he passes it to Cates, and this one is going to be good for 3. This game went into overtime, but Collinsville pulled it out, 68, and East St. Louis 63.
You love a little overtime win, but how about DeSmet hosting the Junior Bills tonight? And the Spartans wouldn't waste any time at home. Jordan Boyd gets outside, gets the wiggle in, pretty little 3 there. Then a slippery steal from SLU's Landon Pace turns into Will Folk going the opposite way behind the back Nicholas Ree, who puts it in for 2. Billikens push inside though, and Pace redeems himself inside the paint and underneath for the basket. Then it's 2 little Spartan floaters. First, Boyd gets that one, beauty. Ray spins to get the next one. That's another 2. DeSmet dominates with a final score of 78, Billikens 47.
Kirkwood at home against Lindbergh. The Flyers taking their time. Nice lob to the backside and finish for 2. Now this guy right here is my Money Moments player of the night. David Hardesty came to play, ladies and gentlemen. He got the hot hand early, raining 3s, even in transition, folks. Watch this pretty one right here. Kirkwood down pretty big into the second half, but good performances by Owen Nesligi and Evan Simon. And the third quarter, Flyers were leading 37 to Kirkwood's 23.
A lot of basketball. Let's talk about softball for a moment, though.
That's
Michaela.
your sport, Annie.
I know it really is. There are 5 national signing dates a year, and thousands of high school kids get a chance to live out a dream and make that college scholarship official.
And as the years go by, these student athletes are getting craftier with their reveals, but I promise you, you haven't seen one quite like this.
It's more of a love story than a sports story. There's no question that 17-year-old Emma Williamson and her 52-year-old mother, Haley, have a deep love for each other.
She's my biggest supporter, best friend.
We've been through a lot together, and she's always stood by my side.
Literally, this single mom and daughter have driven all over the country together for the last 5 years. The reason? Emma is a standout softball pitcher for Christ Our Rock Lutheran High School in Centralia. How many pitches do you throw?
I throw 5 pitches.
Most strikeouts in a game?
19.
Emma's pitched 205 varsity innings and has 365 strikeouts and allows less than 1.5 runs per game.
As a pitcher's mom, it can be very nerve-wracking to be at the game, but whether she strikes out 19 or someone hits a home run, just knowing if you watch her on the mound, you can see the sheer determination. Better yet, when she is talking with opponents, the smile on her face is so genuine. I'm more proud of her as a person than I could ever describe to you, but when she gets on that mound, she's fierce.
Eastern Illinois agreed and offered a scholarship. However, on September 25th, Haley became very sick. A bacterial pneumonia, an autoimmune disorder, and a neuromuscular issue also.
I came for a doctor's appointment, and within 10 minutes I was in the emergency room. They took me then to trauma, and they told me they were going to have to intubate me, and she was on the way to Georgia to pitch. So I had about 10 minutes to get that word to her.
The months went by, and Haley knew she would be in the hospital for National Signing Day for her daughter. Her case manager at Barnes Jewish Hospital was Angela Johnson.
She was very bummed. National Signing Day is a huge event in an athlete's life.
I cried. This is something that she has worked for since she was 10 years old, and I didn't want to ruin it for her, and I didn't want to miss it.
There was no way I could do it without her.
Because of these group of nurses at Barnes Jewish, she didn't have to. They planned a special celebration signing. On November 13th, with friends and family on hand, Emma Williamson became maybe the first athlete to sign her national letter of intent in a hospital, with her mom right next to her.
It just honestly felt magical.
It was absolutely perfect.
I was actually going to do a second signing back at home after the date in later in December, but this one was so perfect I could never top it, so we're not going to do that anymore.
Haley and Emma Williamson. When there's love, there's always a way.
I would not be where I am without her.
She's a pure joy.